My name is Rebecca McGee-Tuck. I am a found object artist. I work with textiles and other materials that have been previously used, discarded, or given to me as a way to preserve their importance within my artwork. The 3 pieces here at Boston Sculptors Gallery are a series of work in which I use collected items and other ephemera to show a visual journal as a remembrance shrine for the tumultuous year of 2020.
I create intimate scenes to remember and to mark what is not recorded in history about the everyday lives of women. In this work, Comfort Taken, a tattered, torn, mended, and molded slipcover of a timeless, comfortable chair hangs by marionette strings. The chair is quite literally threadbare. It embodies a house, a home, a family, imperfect, used, repaired, held together with effort, work, and perseverance.
My name is Michelle Fandell Bonner. I work with multiples and recycled materials. Each sculpture I make has a story behind it. 2 of the pieces in the show, Hemisphere and Spools, were made from the wooden thread spools I collected for over 30 years, all the while imagining the hundreds of women who used the threads to make quilts, clothing, or mend a favorite shirt. I studied art therapy and see my practice as both meditative and therapeutic, with the process being as important as the final result.
Hello, my name is Sylvia Vanderslus. I combine the industrial and domestic to create visceral forms. Made of improvised materials, my work uses the body to process human experiences. In this sculpture called Somber Skin with Trap, skin becomes a metaphor for emotions. It reflects that honoring the fragile, transitory elements of life is a worthy practice.
Hi, my name is Lisa Barthelson. I'm an artist who works with and repurposes the debris from my family's post-consumer waste stream as my primary art-making materials. The ongoing Family Debris series communicates my perspective on rampant consumerism versus the environment, the overpowering ubiquity of plastic, and my drive for sustainability. My art-making has become pleasurable penance for a family that uses too much, but in the end, the goal is to waste not, want not.
My name is Wenhao Tian. E-Sapien started with my violent act of cutting up a perfect dress shirt to make face mask in early March 2020. Later, I noticed boxes of e-commerce companies flow out of recycled bins on trash days. This year has been a year of resilience. Some made it, but not all. We drive much less now, but we zoom down the digital highway. What are we becoming?
During my many years as a university media professor, I was primarily concerned with theoretical principles and digital production methods. In purposeful contrast, my art has always involved wood and other common tangible materials. It employs tools and processes which are decidedly low-tech and which result in unique and very physical objects. I've always been very interested in classical forms, the ancient, the so-called primitive, and the strange.
I'm Lynn Stamansky. I'm trained as a fine furniture maker, but now I primarily make sculpture, which allows me to work more intuitively. While my medium is wood, I'm inspired by other craft media, specifically the irregularity of clay forms and the scale of jewelry. There's a lot of power in small objects and the intimacy that comes from holding a handmade object up close. It's the visceral quality of the handmade and the power it holds that I think can be a counter to our digital world.
My name is Yuko Oda. My artwork is inspired by our relationship to nature and stands at the intersection of technology and fine art, often bringing together their methodologies in one work. The piece in the show, Evolution, investigates the coexistence of synthetic and organic nature. 3D printed resin dewdrops lift off fallen leaves, molting into amorphous forms that transition incrementally into synthetic ones. It depicts a strange evolution of the synthetic replicating and becoming nature itself.
My name is Stacey Lat Savage. I'm a mixed media sculptor wrestling to compose what it looks like to feel human in these complex times. This sculpture askew is part of my Turbulence series and can be seen as both a galaxy or an atom, representing the interconnected nature of all things. While the environment surrounding the globe moves from order to chaos, or the unknown, the pale pink cubes embody a hopefulness for our future.
Hello, my name is Nigel Jones. I'm a mixed media artist. My work involves constructing shapes and picture framing them in ways that extend beyond our known existing geometric shapes.
Hi, my name is Bruce Armitage. I'm a figurative sculptor working in ceramics. The piece I have in the show, Bouffant Stelae, was inspired by the ancient stelae that were erected in antiquity to mark important sites or to commemorate significant events. They often featured figurative elements, and when viewed from a distance, they were like exclamation points on the landscape. I wanted to create a sculpture evocative of that silhouette, but with a fun burst of color, a bit of bold pattern, and a more modern, playful figure.
My name is Jeffrey Nolan. I'm a fiber artist and sculptor. The piece I created for the Boston Sculptors Gallery is an exploration of my interdisciplinary studio practice. It is also a meditation on fear and loss. To cope with a year full of anxiety and grief, I turned to my craft to understand and express their impact. This work is a record of that process.